When my oldest daughter, Jaedyn, was about 2 or 3 years old, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings for dinner. Nicole and I ordered loaded nachos, and they came covered with jalapenos. Now, Jaedyn, she had carrot sticks, and her little brother, Ben, was less than a year, and he was sitting in his high chair eating blue cheese dressing like Winnie the Pooh with a honey pot. Everything was fine until Jaedyn spotted the pickles on the nachos. Now remember, they were not pickles. They were jalapenos. I tried explaining the difference. I told her she wouldn't like them. I explained that they were spicy. I warned her several times. But from her perspective, she knew exactly what she was looking at. It was green. It looked like a pickle. Dad had some, and therefore she wanted one. The more I explained, the more convinced she became that I was withholding a perfectly good pickle from her. So finally I had enough. Now before you judge me, try reasoning with a toddler in a crowded restaurant. And besides, Nicole had gone to the bathroom and left me unsupervised. So I let her try the pickle. A decade later, Jaedyn still doesn't eat spicy food. Now the funny thing is that Jaedyn wasn't being rebellious. She simply didn't know what she didn't know. In Job chapter 38, verse 2, God finally answers Job. Who is this darkening counsel with words lacking knowledge? Now notice that God does not accuse Job of secret sin. Instead, he reminds Job that there are things beyond his understanding. Job had been trying to make sense of his suffering. His friends had been trying to explain God's actions. Everyone had an opinion. Everyone had an answer. But what they lacked was information. And sometimes we do the same thing. We assume we know why something happened. We think we understand what God is doing. We draw conclusions based on what we can see. But like a toddler staring at a jalapeno, we may only be seeing part of the picture. Faith is not pretending to know everything. Faith is trusting that God knows the difference between a pickle and a jalapeno, even when we don't.